Welcome back. Welcome back to BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. I am DA King sitting in for BKP, and we're headed to our last segment. I'm broadcasting over the internet online from my office in Marietta, Georgia, which is in my home in Marietta, Georgia. We've only lived here for 37 years in May, so I'm enjoying this. I hope I get better at it if I'm allowed to try it again. But my goal here today is to educate people. Would you please put up DA 93, Emily, please? I am president of the Dustin Inman Society. The Dustin Inman Society was named after a Woodstock kid who was never allowed to reach age 17. Dustin Inman is forever 16 because we don't enforce our immigration laws here in the U.S. or here in Georgia. Dustin Inman was killed on Father's Day weekend, the year 2000, in Ellijay, Georgia, by an illegal alien who was given a job, a place to live, and a driver's license by the state of North Carolina. The illegal alien that killed Dustin ran into the back of the Inman family car at a high rate of speed, stopped in a light right there by the Burger King by Colonel Pools. When Kathy and Billy Inman woke up, those are Dustin's parents, when they woke up from their comas, they were told that their only child was gone and that they had missed the funeral. A lot of times people will tell me that illegal immigration is a victimless crime, and I don't want to hear that. Besides the American deaths, it's jobs, benefits, and services. But as a conservative, for me, illegal immigration is mostly about the rule of law and the fact that right now in this country we have groups of people, including politicians and very wealthy business interests, not to mention the illegals themselves, who are not held to the same standard of law that we were taught all Americans should see as the rule of law in our republic. The Dustin Inman Society is a 501c4 nonprofit by IRS rules. We were incorporated in 2005. In 2003, I set aside my own business and spent all of our money. My wife's name is Sue. She is the most patient person in the world because she's put up with me for all these years. I set aside my own business and spent our money and refinanced our house to spread the message about immigration, especially illegal immigration in the U.S., especially here in Georgia. There was a time when I was on a bunch of national networks, radio, TV, newspapers. In 2013, during the last amnesty fight, my voice was too loud and too effective. And I'm not trying to be arrogant, I'm just being honest. I have been blacklisted by the mainstream media. And I am extremely grateful for BKP to allow me any time at all on his political show and for posting my articles on FYN News. You will see a lot more of those. But on the Dustin Inman Society website, Emily, could you please go to DA5? I'm going to take a little tour here because I need for people to pay attention so we can solve some of these problems. I cannot do it by myself. I need DA5, please, ma'am. DA5 is the Dustin Inman Society website, the DustinInmanSociety.org, or new DustinInmanSociety.org. Okay, we'll wait for Emily to get that up if you can. Emily, if you can't find DA5, you can put DA4 up, but I'd rather see DA5. While we look, and again, if there's a mistake here, I promise you, I made it. The Dustin Inman Society has a place where you can sign up to get on our email list, mostly for action alerts. For example, we have House Bill 228 stuck in the Georgia House in the Higher Education Committee, And we need people to call the speaker, David Ralston, at 404-656-5020 and urge him to let this bill come out to the floor for a vote. So I don't have a TV show to make that announcement every day. So what we do at the Dustin Inman Society is we send out an alert if you're on our email list, and only if you're on our email list. So we're hopeful that people will go to the website, which I desperately want to get up. There we go. Thank you very much, Emily. And again, if there's a mistake here, folks, you can scroll up a little bit, please, ma'am. Up to the very top. Can you, my window's permanent. So this is the website, folks. Scroll down a little bit, Emily, so people can see these sliders. We have you can get quite an education on the website just by going there. And these little bits of information on these memes go by about every second or so. And I really hope people will go there. Up on the top, you can see on the right-hand side, it says contact us. And on the left-hand side, it says sign up for alerts. If you would scroll down, Emily, a little bit off of the sliders down just below there, stop right there. Thank you. We have who was Dustin Inman. If you click there on your own time, folks, you can get the story of Dustin. On the second window on the right, you have a window that if you click on that honoring immigrants image, it will take you to a web page that will show you information and photographs about an event that we staged last February here in Atlanta. It was very expensive. It was a lot of effort. I got pretty burned out, and we worked really hard for it for about 2.5 months. On the day in February last year when we were having the event, it snowed in the morning, but we still got a very good crowd. We have another window there. You click on that image, answering our critics. Believe it or not, people do not like the Dustin Inman Society, including me, spreading information on illegal immigration. And the way that you silence people in today's America, which we've known for a long time, but most of America is finding out now, is you call them a bunch of ugly names and cancel them. Well, that is the goal here. We've been canceled, but we're still fighting. The last window shows that we operate on donations. It is incredibly difficult and humiliating to ask people for money, but we cannot continue without donations. So if anybody is able and willing, and only if you're able, you can donate. The donations are not tax deductible, I'm sorry to report, but the only way we have to keep on going is with outside help. We are fresh out for the last 10 years of our own money. Can you slide down a little bit more, Emily, so people can see the letter from DIS board member? A little bit more. There you go, right there, perfect. Well, up, down a little, so you can read the headline. I'm sorry, up a little. Please forgive me. Up a little. There you go. This is a letter, folks. It was published in the Cherokee Tribune and Ledger News the other day by my friend and a board member of the Dustin Inman Society. His name is His name is Everett Robinson. Everett is pretty much my best friend in the world, and I am extremely upset that after 35 years of living 4 doors down from me, Everett has moved to Cherokee County. But I wanted to show this letter. You can see it on the website and read the letter in its entirety. But I'm bringing it up because I urge people to send letters to their local newspaper. Send a letter to the editor, whatever's on your mind. It could be fluoridated water. I personally hope you'll take an interest in speaking up about illegal immigration or some of the bills that are stuck in the legislature. But this is a letter from Everett. It got a lot of readers, and it educated people on this House Bill 228. There's another bill that's stuck in the legislature. You can put up, please, Emily, DA4, while I change gears here on the way out. There's another bill that's in the legislature that's stuck, and it's stuck because we stuck it. DA4, if you get a chance, no problem. If you don't, Emily. There's another bill that's in the legislature that we hope never, ever comes out, and that is House Bill 120. House Bill 120. You can slide down a little bit, please, ma'am. Immigration Politics Georgia is my other website. If we're back tomorrow, I'm going to go into this in a longer thing, a little bit more, down to You stop there. You can see on that middle column, GOP Rep Casey Carpenter blasts his county party for opposing his in-state tuition for illegal aliens bill. There's a House Bill 120. Folks, I just told you something wrong. House Bill 228 is not in higher education, like I told you earlier. House Bill 228 is in the Special Committee on Election Integrity. You can still call Speaker Ralston. I've got this bill stuck in my head. House Bill 228 is in the Special Committee on Election Integrity. It's not in higher education, and I apologize. House Bill 120 is in House Higher Education. And that bill, we hope, stays in House Higher Education. House Bill 120 from State Representative Casey Carpenter in Dalton is a bill designed to reward people in the country illegally with in-state tuition, which is about a third to a quarter of the price that people from Michigan, for example, whether or not they're an American or a legal immigrant, would pay. The short version of this is that House Bill 120 would allow people in the country illegally to pay a lower tuition rate in Georgia's public universities than Americans and legal immigrants. House Bill 120 needs to die, and we're working on that. I'm kind of new at this. I'm running out of time. We're going to close. I want to correct myself. House Bill 228, please call Speaker Ralston at 404-656-5020. House Bill 228 needs to come out and be voted on the floor. It is not in higher education, as I told you. It's in the Special Committee on Election Integrity. I hope I cut back to do this tomorrow. I've enjoyed it. I'll be a little better tomorrow. Thank you very much. And we're going out. This is BKP Politics on FYN TV. I'm D.A. King, sitting in for BKP. Thank you very much. And thank you, Emily.